0400 hours. A pair of Ukrainian Su-27s slice through the dawn mist over the Dnipro River. No radio chatter, no lights, just twin engines whispering toward a target deep inside occupied territory. In less than 10 minutes, those jets will change the rhythm of the war. A single strike, planned in silence, will unleash a reaction no one on either side saw coming. And it all begins before sunrise. 0400 hours, southern Ukraine. The sky is ink black, the horizon still asleep. Inside a remote forward strip near Mykolaiv, floodlights stay off. Only the faint glint of metal hints at what's about to move. Two Su-27 flankers of the 831st Tactical Brigade stand ready. Call signs Falcon 1 and Falcon 2. Their external tanks are gone, replaced by extra ordnance. Tan-29T guided bombs and unguided S-13 rocket pods. The mission pile bears a simple code name, Echo Base. Pilots climb in without ceremony. The ground chief gives a single hand signal and both engines roar to life, rattling the frost-coated tarmac. Each second matters now. Their window for radar silence is narrow. Briefing was blunt. Fly low, hit fast, no comms after ingress. The plan depends entirely on speed and surprise. At just 80 meters above ground, radar beams bend harmlessly overhead. At least that's the theory. As the jets roll down the strip, every mechanic holds their breath. Vapor swirls around the afterburners, lighting the darkness in short orange bursts. Then liftoff. The aircraft vanish into the fog, swallowed whole by the night sky. Radio silence descends across the base. No confirmation, no tracking, just the hum of cooling turbines and the whisper of wind over the empty runway. But how long could stealth last against a full Russian air defense grid?
0435 local time. Russian early warning radars blink awake across northern Crimea. A faint echo appears, then vanishes. Operators at the 31st Electronic Warfare Battalion near Jankoy exchange nervous glances. Their Nebo-M radar, capable of detecting aircraft 400 kilometers away, suddenly shows static where a contact should be. Somewhere below the radar horizon, Falcon 1 and Falcon 2 skim the Black Sea coastline at 80 meters altitude, their airspeed over Mach 1.8. The sea spray beneath them turns into vapor trails that dissolve before any satellite can spot them. Inside the radar bunker, voices rise. Vanta returns again, one operator mutters, tapping the console. The officer in charge hesitates. Could it be a test of their systems or a genuine inbound strike? He orders a standby launch for the S-400 battery, but within seconds cancels it. The data doesn't make sense. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian pilots hold formation. The coastline glows faintly on their HUDs, navigation lights still off. Their electronic countermeasures pulse in short bursts, jamming the 2.3 GHz band, just enough to scramble Russian range tracking without giving away a clear signal. On the ground, confusion spreads. A dozen radar screens light up with contradictory readings. Altitude 0, speed unknown, identification impossible. Russian command relays warning, but by the time it reaches the intercept units, the sky is empty again. Would the hesitation buy Ukraine the window it needed, or expose the jets to intercept? 0448 local time. The Ukrainian flankers rise from 80 meters to 500, just high enough for a clean targeting lock. Below them is Taki Airfield, western Crimea, codename Echo Base. Falcon 1 eyes on target, the pilot murmurs. The HUD locks a red box over the depot cluster. A scaly tone fills the cockpit. K-829T laser-guided bombs armed for release. Impact time, 9 seconds. Both jet pitch up and release and dive again. Two silver streaks glide silently across the pre-downed haze. Then impact. A blinding flash turns night into day. The first explosion rips through a Russian ammunition depot, sending shockwaves across the airfield. Secondary fireballs bloom seconds later as parked fuel trucks ignite, the contents bursting in the columns of black smoke 600 meters high. The shockwave tugboat perimeter cowers. Sirens wail. Too late. Russian air defense crews scramble from bunkers, the radar screens filled with interference and static.
Fragments of FAB-500 bombs cook off inside a nearby storage base, each blast running through the compound like thunder. The once quiet coastline now roars with sustained detonations, echoing across the bay. From 30 kilometers out, satellites captured the glow. The operation's success is undeniable. Echo Base is burning. But what no one expected was what detonated after the main strike.
0452 hours. The explosions at Saki should have been the finale, but something far worse lies beneath the smoke. A buried bunker under the depot, unknown even to most base staff, houses P-800 Onyx anti-ship cruise missiles. When the shockwave from the XH-29T strike reaches it, the chain reaction begins. One missile warhead ignites, then another. The bunker turns into a furnace. Within seconds, a rolling detonation sends a pressure wave across 20 kilometers, flattening nearby guard posts and shattering glass as far as Yevpatoria. A Bastion coastal battery nearby buckles under the force. Its radar mast folds like paper. From space, surveillance satellites catch the moment. The plume punches upward, a white-gray tower visible even from orbit. Sensors record overpressure of 3 psi at 5 kilometers from the blast core. Inside Russian command centers, radio chatter descends into chaos. Channels jammed, orders contradict each other. By 0500, a full communications blackout is declared across western Crimea to contain the panic. The blast has not only destroyed the munitions depot, it's knocked out one of Russia's key coastal defense nodes. But for Ukraine's pilots, hundreds of miles away and still outbound, the question hangs heavy. Have they just crippled a major missile hub or triggered a wider retaliation? 0505 hours. The calm silence finally breaks. Objective confirmed. Returning north. Falcon 2's voice cuts through static. Measured, calmed, alive. At Belbek Airfield, Russian response units scramble. 2 Su-35S interceptors roar off the runway, chasing the radar ghosts streaking toward the Dnipro. They climb fast, supersonic within a second, Mach 1.5 and closing. Ukrainian ground radar in Odessa sector tracks everything. Controllers vector decoy drones eastward, spoofing returns to draw the pursuit away. At treetop level, Falcon 1 and Falcon 2 dive below the radar horizon, hugging the river valley. Flares ignite behind them, white-hot streaks spinning through the mist. Russian missile locks break one by one. For 13 tense minutes, it's a deadly chess match of speed and altitude. Then, silence. The Su-35s lose contact, the Ukrainian jets slit back across friendly airspace. By 0550 hours, local time, both Su-27s are safe. Hours later, satellite data confirms the unimaginable. 60% of Echo Base's stored munition is destroyed, radar nodes offline, and smoke still rising over Crimea. The strike has rewritten the map of the Southern Front. But how would Moscow retaliate after such a public humiliation?
The strike on Saki wasn't just a tactical victory, it was a psychological one. In under 10 minutes, 2 Ukrainian Sukhoi 27s had slipped through one of the world's densest air defense networks in a race to fortify depot, once thought untouchable. It proved that precision, daring, and timing could outwit even layered missile shields. The balance in the Southern Front shifted that morning, and the echoes of that blast still shape every mission that follows. Subscribe for more real-time breakdowns of modern aerial warfare and hidden battlefield decisions. Because in wars of speed and silence, seconds decide everything.